Hello, board. Congratulations, Dr. Cleveland. I've got a few photos today that doesn't really do justice to what progress they've made. A lot of this is still in the infrastructure mode, so a lot of it's still underground. At Southwest, they've got, the picture on the left is actually out by the press box. That's the start of the footings for the school. And then in the background behind that light pole is actually, they're getting ready to pour the slab for the indoor weight room. And then on the right is actually, that's between the original building and the gym. They're having to excavate in there, and it's having to go slow because that's where all the utilities are at. So they're having to take their time in that area. This is still at Southwest, so they've got a lot of the storm drains put in. They're still working on storm drains over there. Once they get that in, then they're doing the undercut and putting in the red dirt, compacting it in, getting ready to start putting footings in for the actual building. That is actually on the south side of the football field. And they're forming up for the slab for that indoor weight room. So at Springdale High School, I don't know if any of you have been by there. They've got the red dirt. They've got everything undercut. Red dirt's going back in. They've got the elevation set. It's going to be quite a bit higher than the other building was. And that they're actually putting in electrical conduits and everything, getting ready to start pouring footings and piers in there. So this photo, they've laid out the grid, so that's where all the piers will go for the main structure of those buildings. And then they've started actually digging some of those piers, getting ready to pour those. That's just more they've dug out to get ready to start pouring footings. So once these footings go in, they'll actually start laying the block to that building before any of the slab's done. So once the footings are done, they'll start putting up the walls, and those walls are about 46 feet tall. So we should start seeing some progress as soon as the footings are done. At Central, they got the demolition all done between the buildings. So on that left picture, the building to your left, that is the newer weight rooms that were attached to the mini gym. So we had to demo between. They got the power and everything back up and running today to those locker rooms because we need to keep the temperature right and for the plumbing and all the interior. So those are all waterproofed in. They are getting ready to start excavating out the dirt between the two buildings and doing the undercut and putting in the footings, the red dirt, and get ready for footings. So this is on the south side of Central. They've got all that. It has been undercut and all the red dirt's rolled in. We are working on the retention pond area, and that'll be the next step on the dirt contractor for Central. That's just another view of between the existing buildings. And like I said, they're getting ready to excavate the dirt there. Okay. So that's all the pictures I had. But like I said, they've done a lot of infrastructure that's not seen in the pictures. We have run into several issues, at each site, just underground services that nobody knew was there. So we've been just dealing with those as they arise.
Did you ever figure out what the brick wall was at Springdale that y'all dug up?
No, not. We're assuming it was the original flat building that burnt. It was part of that building. They did get it all removed, and we had to undercut deeper on that area. And then today they run into some clay, some like gray clay that we're having to undercut 2 feet deeper than we anticipated over at Springdale High, back on the west side. So we're just working through the issues as they come up. Do you guys have any other questions? All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.